Hi everyone, today I thought I would start doing a few Christmas pictures and show you how to have a go at some holly. Now this is a page from Johanna's Christmas, sorry zooming the wrong way. It's this bauble page and there's holly going all the way around the page and mistletoe and ivy, and I thought I would start by just showing you how to, have a go at this holly. Now I'm going to use my Staedtler Ergosoft pencils today. I know a lot of people have these, or a budget pencil, and off we go. So this is number 5. This is a sort of darkish green colour. It's not the darkest green if you've got the 36 set, but it's fairly dark. And as you can see, I'm going around the very edge of the holly in quite a dark amount of pencil, and then I'm going to lighten it up towards the middle. There are loads of different ways to colour holly. This is just the way that I do it. And you see I've just gently sketched it through so that there is green all the way to the centre of the leaf, but I'm going to go back round. I want it to be really dark on these edges, and I'm going to do the same with the other ones. So lots of layers of colour here, over and over, and the same here. Now I'm quite near the centre of the book here, and I find that difficult sometimes to get a lot of pressure. What I have done with this book, it's also near the end of the book, so I've only got a thin amount of pages to lean on. So as a little tip, what I've done is I've got my book leaning on top of a sketchbook. You could use anything really, but it's just leaning on top of something else so that I've got something underneath to press down onto. I also have forgotten to put a spare page behind this one. Usually put a piece of paper behind, although with Johanna's Christmas book there aren't pages on the back. So this one has got this sort of edge. Hold on, let me move it down a little bit. I'm going to just ignore that and just carry on in exactly the same way that we did before, so with this hard pressure, but it does seem like it will sort of work inside this line. And then lighter towards the middle, so I'm just scumbling it towards the middle to reduce the pressure a little bit. There we go. And then this little cute one here, same again, nice and hard around the edge, and then lighter towards the centre. And with this one, this has got a very long end. I think I'm going to colour over that so that it looks green rather than black. Scumble it in a little bit. There we go. Now you could leave them like that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to add a second colour. Oh, there's another one there I've just noticed. Sorry, I have to complete it. My brain won't let me not. So I'm going around in lots of layers around the very edge first. You don't have to do it this way. You could do a light layer first, and then build up the layers, and then scumbling it towards the centre like that, making sure the edge is defined. And I'm going to use number 50 to colour over in the middles, so you've still got that lighter colour, but you haven't got white paper showing through. As I say, you could leave it plain if you wanted to, but I just like to add another sort of layer and dimension to it. There we go. Now you could also at this point add some little bits of white gel pen to make the leaves look a bit shiny. I'm not going to do that anyway, but you could have a go. Now I'm going to use red. Now if you haven't got the 36 Ergosoft set, you don't have this red, which is number 29, which can be a bit of a blow. However, I'm just going to start. What I used to do when I didn't have one was I would mix the dark pink and the dark orange together. So I'll just tell you the numbers. The number 23 and number 2, I would use them both, one then the other, just gently, and then I would find that would make a more defined red. Or another way is to use the pink and add some dark purple. So what I've done with this berry is I've made it darker at the bottom by putting more layers of colour and lightened it up towards the top. I'm going to do the same with this one, so it's a bit darker here. Now, as this pattern repeats, it goes all the way around the edge of the page. What I will try and concentrate on with the shadowing on the berries all the way around is to make sure they're darker at the bottom where there will be shade. So that's probably similar all the way around. So there we go. And also where they touch each other, there'll be some shade from the berry next to it. There we go. So if you were using red and purple, these will be the areas to use the purple. You only want to use a very small amount. I will probably just put a tiny bit of purple down first to mark out where I want the shadow, and then go over with the pink. So there's that. Now another thing you could do with the berries, because it's Christmas, is a glitter gel pen or a metallic pen in red, just to highlight those berries. Would look really cool. But I'm going to use a white pen to just add a tiny bit of shine, and I'm going to add it here, here and here. The reason I've chosen those particular places to add shine is because that's where the more intense red is, so the white stands out more. And you could also add some shine to the leaves as well. You could either go over the top of some of the lines that Johanna's drawn, or just pick your own areas where you think they might be standing out, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it like that. I really like the pure green colour. I'm a big fan of green, so I'm going to leave it there. So there's my tip on how to have a go at holly. There are lots of other ways to do it, but that's just one way you could try. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and happy colouring.